Ding dong, the witch is dead. So apparently, the good brother Kevin is good and gone. Somebody needs to go over there and check on his widow to make sure he's good, Mr. O'Shea Duke Jackson, because I haven't seen him post anything around this. We know that he's got a lot of arrangements to make, and there's probably a lot going on. So y'all need to go over there and check on his widow and make sure that he's good through this tough time. But let's get into this thing. So apparently, they said none of this is fact. All of this is alleged. This is just what I heard. Apparently, word on the curb, Kevin had some girl over there or some woman. You know what? It was somebody's daughter. And the way he is, I would think it was probably somebody young. But anyway, and how this played out, it just gives me young vibes. So he had somebody's daughter over there. And she spent the night with him, and then the next day he was complaining of tightness in his chest. And then instead of them going to look into it, they just ignored it, and next thing you know, it was like a scene out of The Color Purple, y'all. They said he passed out on top of her. So apparently he died on top of the woman. I was like, ooh, that's interesting. So my mind says a couple of different things, but I was like, I'm not going to put anything out there because I don't know what really causes, but this is Atlanta, so we'll just wait to see. But anyway, and this is giving me young people vibes because I feel like anyone that was an adult, like a grown woman, would know, okay, he's having tightness in his chest. He's old as shit. Let's take him to at least the fire department to get his blood pressure checked. Let's go to the emergency room and see what's going on. Like, or at least call the doctor. But, you know, young girls are going to be young girls, and that's what he likes. So, yeah, she just let him die on top of her, but whatever. Now, I could have swore it was Kevin over there talking about all the big women, and big women are going to die alone, and you're obese, and you're fat, and nobody wants you, and you're over 200 pounds, and you're like a linebacker. You're going to die, and not only die, but die alone. So, my thing is, okay, aside from the whoever girl was over at his house, did Kevin not die alone? Like, is he not single? And also, while Big Shirley is over there living her big, beautiful, fabulous, fat life, she's good minding her business. You are dead. And the thing is, he has the body type, like looking at his structure, you would think, oh, he's in great health. It's hard to tell with people who are shaped like him because they can look really healthy on the outside, but on the inside, they're all types of screwed up. So I wonder if he had a history of heart disease or if this was just out of the blue or if he did something that brought this on. Who knows? Either way, this is a very unfortunate situation. But yeah, I mean, it's just so ironic that he talked about fat people dying alone, and here we are. So I was thinking about this, and I actually do have a sisterly sentiments in this. I was going to go live last night, and I was just like, no, but I see a lot of people that are really happy about this man's death, and this is confusing me because I'm like, why are so many people excited about, like, rejoicing that this man is gone? He's a human. He lost a life. He lost his life. There are people like his daughter and his mother who are going to have to go on without him. So how are we excited? And then I got to thinking, and I'm just like, women really hate him, and men too, but I mean women. Like, there's so many women that really hate him. And my thing is, how do you hate him or have more of a disdain for him than that fool who's laying right next to you who is spewing all of his negativity, all of Kevin's negativity? How do you hate Kevin more than the man in your life? It's actually very alarming. And I was like, what could this man have possibly done to y'all so bad that you have this feeling of hate toward him? And when did you actually listen to what he said? Because if you caught him before the whole average at best thing, like, I was subscribed to Kevin when he had like 30,000 subscribers. It was way back when, and his message actually was kind of balanced. He used to go in on women, and they would call, and I could see where he was like jaded, and I was like, oh, his message is kind of flawed, but I see where he's coming from. But he used to go in on those men. He believes in hypergamy. He didn't play them games. You don't let a woman pay for anything, because if she's paying, then that means she's controlling something, and I don't necessarily like that idea either. But like I said, I would listen to him, and he made a lot of sense. He went crazy with that average at best thing, and it's like the people, that's not even what he really said. But anyway, how do you have so much hate in your heart for a man that he doesn't know you and you don't even know him? See, Kevin saw real quick that when he ate them women up, that's what was going to get him to the bag. So that's what he did. And he stopped focusing so much on men, which he still would hit the men, but that's not the stuff that made him go viral. And it's like, what was interesting was like, why are people so alarmed by what he's saying? Who raised y'all? Were y'all not raised by uncles and dads and cousins and older men in your lives who would sit around and talk about stuff like like this. Like, they would talk like this, and women would have their part in it, in my family anyway, and my friends' families. Like, we would hear these conversations. So everything he's saying has already been said. It's not like he's out here saying anything new, but people are running with it like this is law and this is some kind of, oh, eureka, Kevin's got the key. And I'm like, see, this is why y'all so lost. This is why y'all so lost, running up behind this old man when all he's doing is saying stuff that all the old men before him were saying. Now, I totally get not having any type of feeling about what's going on with him, but at the end of the day, personal accountability is a thing, right? And it's a healthy thing. So you have to think about it. Like, I can do a sisterly sentiments video and I'll be like, oh, this is a great message, and I'll get 2.2 views on the video. No one is pushing my video. No one is promoting my video. Kevin made a whole bunch of videos. They weren't getting a whole bunch of views. No one was watching that stuff like that. You know, it was a small audience. It was cool. When he did the average at best situation with that girl, that was what people were pushing. And you know who was mostly pushing it? It was black women. It was women pushing it because they were so upset. They were sharing it with other people. They were doing reaction videos. They were watching reaction videos. Everyone was talking about Kevin, 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 at Kevin, at Kevin, at Kevin. So y'all created that monster that y'all seem to hate so much. And it's like, I understand sometimes when things get under your skin, you want to address it, but by addressing it, you created this monster. So I don't understand how you have so much hate for a man who's just sitting on the internet sharing his opinion, because that's all he was doing. He was just sharing his opinion. What he did was he exposed a whole bunch of people, and I appreciated it because you could see who took up his talking points and followed in his footsteps and just regurgitated what he said. It was funny because they were never talking like that before, but when he came along, then all of a sudden they started talking that way. Men, just in public or even on the internet, you would see it, and that right there was a red flag. That should have been a thing to make people excited, like, yes, thank you, because now you've exposed yourself, so now I don't really have to do the work. I see you're just a buffoon. But a lot of people were mad at Kevin for his message. You can't be mad at Kevin for his message. You have to be mad at the man that's in your life that's listening to the message. And it's not all of his messages, because some of it was good, like I said, but it was the stuff that was toxic that everyone ran with. And that's just crazy to me. And so they had said Kevin had a little issue with child support and keeping it up, and he had all these ex-wives and all this other stuff. So the one thing that I'm really happy about is, at least for the last year and a half of his life, he's been a millionaire. So, he's been a bum all the rest of his life, but he's been a millionaire the past year and some change. So now he's able to leave his daughter and his mother and his widow, something other than just trash, So I'm glad about that. And the sisterly sentiments, if you didn't catch it, let me repeat this one more time, is you cannot hate Kevin more than or have a disdain for Kevin more than you have a disdain for the men in your life that are spewing toxicity. So you have to ask yourself why you're willing to lay down with the enemy but be mad at a man on the internet that didn't know you and you didn't even know him. Y'all comment down below and let me know what y'all think about this whole dead situation, and we'll do this again next time.